Rock 95. Yeah, welcome to Minnesota. And joining us, I know it's early, dude. Right, joining me is the Loyal Order. Good morning. We haven't really even met yet.
I know we have, and I can't believe it. Why is that?
I don't know. I don't even know who I'm talking to. Which guy? Are you Jeff or are you Brandon?
Jeff. I'm Jeff. Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Sorry, we went a little quick here, but that's okay.
That's all right.
Well, pleasure to meet you, Jeff.
It's a pleasure to meet you, man. It's awesome. I heard a lot about you, actually.
Really?
Yeah. Tom talks you up.
Couple of Jeffs just hanging out this morning.
Yeah. We made it easy that way.
Yeah, we did. Well, tell me about your band. I quite like it. We're going to play the song here. Ready for Dead, but there's not a lot of information about you guys. I was on Emp Label on their site. I didn't see any of you guys. And I'm on your Facebook page. And I go to where there should be a bio. There's not, Jeff.
There's not on our Facebook. There should be.
Maybe I'm just slow. I don't know, Jeff. But tell me about the band and who else in this thing with you guys.
Yeah, man. We're just getting ready to launch our first record, so it's things are going good. We started off as just kind of a studio band, and we got asked to write a song for a hunting reality show of all things, and a theme song for one, and we kind of I got together with my partner Brandon, and he came up with a really cool heavy riff, and I ended up sketching out the vocals for it. And I'm actually a bass player by trade, and I sketched out the vocals for it for whoever's gonna sing it, and it ended up sounding pretty good in the studio, so we just went with it. So, and that's how I ended up fronting the band. But it was just a studio project that just kind of slowly took form over a few years, just writing a few songs here and there. And we got about halfway through it, and we realized, hey, we got a pretty good sound going on here, and we just kind of decided to finish the record and move forward.
An unintentional lead singer.
Yes, yeah, kind of crazy.
Have you adapted the attitude of a lead singer yet, or?
I don't know about that. Now that's going to take, I think, years of honing.
Yeah. Well, I quite like the song. What's the hunting show that you did? Is it Ready for Dead, the song that you recorded?
Nope. Actually, that song is a song called Superhuman, Off the Grid Superhuman, we called it. And that song is on the record too, but it was a regional hunting show called Heavy Hitters Outdoors.
Okay.
And it was so it aired for 2 years. So our first song that we ever did got regional play on a television show. So it's kind of interesting how it all kind of just boom, success right away.
That's crazy. How did you get hooked up with Emp Label Group then, and David Ellefson and Tom Israel?
Well, basically, Tom and I met Tom at a Megadeth listening party of all things down in California, and we just kind of chatted, just kind of chit chatted that night. Nothing, just kind of got to know. It was basically just a greeting, and then after we did the video for Ready for Dead, I thought, this has got some good specs for some real serious stuff, and so I reached out to Tom and asked him if I could send him the video. And I just said, if you're interested, and, let's maybe think about working together. So I shot him the video, and he got back to me like within a day or whatever. He said, yeah, man, it's good. Let's do something. So he helped us launch it and take it to a different level kind of, and helped us promote it. And it started to get legs. And as we were finishing the record, we were kind of working on that. And, yeah, and that's kind of how we started. And ever since then, I've hung out, we've met in Nashville and Los Angeles and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
So
it seems like those guys, they're down to earth, and it's people that you can trust. So they're gonna give you the truth no matter what. And
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Tom's really, his work ethic is amazing, and he's a real honest, down to earth human. As is David.
Mm-hmm.
David's a good guy. David and I had dinner in Nashville, and we talked about business, but not necessarily the music business. We just kind of touched on that, and we talked about real estate and life, and all the things that come at us, as we go through our days here on this planet.
We're talking with Jeff, lead singer of the Loyal Order. Now, what are the plans? Is the full length album already out? Is it released now?
It's about to be. Yeah, it's about to be. Yeah, man, it's going to be, it's all done. It's in distribution, and we're getting ready to launch another video and another single. And that'll kind of coincide with the release of the record, you know? And so it's, yeah, dude, it's cool. You know, it's coming right along.
Well, I do enjoy the video for Ready for Dead. I did. Is that like an airport hangar or a warehouse? Or where'd you find it?
It was a warehouse in North Portland, Oregon is where we're at. And I was looking for a spot to do it. And one of my friends had told me that he had this place that he thought would be a good idea. And we drove down there to it, and it was right on the river, the Columbia River. And we drove down there, and he's like, oh, they tore it down. We were staring at like these pylons sticking out of the water. I'm like, I don't think that's going to work. And so we turned around and started driving up the road. We came to a stoplight, and I looked across the street, and I'm like, there's this little area I'd never noticed before. And so let's shoot over there really quick. And there it was. Walked right up to it, and it was this cool building that was empty, and it had been a stained glass factory.
Okay.
So
it's neat.
Yeah. And what was cool about it is it's just like windows everywhere. And when over the years, as they had replaced the window panes, they just used stained glass, just random pieces of stained glass. So they like, you know, kind of dressed the set, if you will, over a long period of time. I have no, but there was all these, you know, multicolored panes of glass, and it was huge, and it was great because we could fly a drone in there, and it was massive place, and nothing in there. So
great video. Yeah.
Thank you, man.
There's a bunch of really good songs on this record. The one, let's see, I got to be careful with the title. It's called F or Fight.
Yes.
I really like that song.
Thank you, man. Yeah. That's it's got a little bit. It's a love song.
Sure.
It's a love song. No, it's just got a lot of attitude. It's cool. I like that song a lot because it's kind of got a lot of punk kind of elements, but it's like a, you know, it's with a kind of a pop production almost, you know. So yeah, it's a good one.
That one gets your attention too, because you see the title, like, well, I gotta hear what this is about.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, totally. Yeah. It's you know, it's a very common scenario that, like, you know, a lot of people go through.
one of the other songs, Jeff, that I think is really, really good. It's a little slower song. It's called The River.
Yeah.
And I love that track too. And I can't wait to see what you guys do next. And what are the plans? I know everyone's kind of trapped with this COVID-19, and they want to get out. They want to do shows. And I know about you. I know this is something you're passionate about, and you want to make money at and be your career. But it's tough to do that when you can't do shows.
Yeah, man, it is so strange because it's like I've always, you know, like, you know, this is one of the first times I've had a song like in the charts. So this, you know, we're in the top 40, you know, and I've always wondered what I would be doing when that happened. I figured, you know, and you picture it's like, oh, I'd be out on the road and doing all these. It's like, no, I'm sitting at home. I'm sitting home, and we got a song in the charts for the last 4 weeks, and I'm still sitting at home. So the plan anyway is, you know, we're going to start doing some shows as things open up. There's talks of some stuff, you know, down south, and I actually am communicating with a gentleman named Sap Bisla, who's he's kind of an industry connector in Los Angeles. He's probably one of the most amazing, besides Tom, of course, guys in, you know, that are in music that connect people and labels and management, and he's responsible for a lot of artists that have. Like he worked with Adele and people like that. So anyway, been talking to him, and he's been reaching out and trying to connect us with some folks. And there's a German company where you might be doing some talk with about doing some shows over there. So
well, cool.
Cool.
What's kind of fun about this business sometimes is bands like yours come out of nowhere. They come out. Yeah. 2 weeks ago, I hadn't even heard it, and then I kind of saw something like a week ago, and then Tom sent me the song. He goes, check these guys out. I'm like, wow, exceptional. And I'm like, well, we need to do something with that. But it's weird how this band come boom out of nowhere, and they're outstanding.
Yeah, man, that's kind of what the game plan was, you know, just kind of, you know, pop out of nowhere. And like I said, man, I'm a bass player, and I've been I actually played back there in Cadott, Wisconsin, kind of your area, with a girl named Delana from Rockstar Supernova. I don't know if you know who Delana is, and if you remember that.
Well, but yeah, not
Yeah, she's from South Africa, lives in Holland now, and she was living in Los Angeles at the time. But she's amazing, a great rock and roll singer. And yeah, there was a show on NBC, I believe it was. It's called Rockstar Supernova, and it was like, you know, Tommy Lee, and it was kind of a contest kind of a thing.
10 years ago, maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, she was the girl with the crazy different colored hair, and phenomenal, and actually a very good friend of mine.
Well, very cool.
Anyway, we played in Cadott, Wisconsin with her, and toured there, and I played bass, and then done some other things down in Los Angeles with some 80s. I work with an 80s band called Rough Cut.
Okay.
And then, but yeah, in this band I'm fronting, so it's a cool thing.
Well, Jeff, such a pleasure. I know people can find you. I know you have music ready, some of it anyway, on Apple Music, and you're all over the place on social media as well.
Yep. The album will be released here shortly. We had a little kind of a glitch in the system where some people were able to see some parts of the record that they weren't supposed to see yet recently, but it should be straightened out today.
Okay.
Anyway, but yeah, the album will be out here July 17th. And yeah, and you can check us out on Facebook, on YouTube, and you can see all that stuff on iTunes as well. Yeah, things are moving, man.
And I know that the votes are close on the Monday Night Mosh. We have you guys featured on our Mosh. Yeah, the vote's crazy here this week, but I think you're still in the lead.
I hope so. Yeah, and we're trying to assemble all of our everybody that's been watching, and getting them to vote. So it's cool, man. I really appreciate you putting us on that. It's a really cool thing.
Well, we'll be adding the song as well, but a pleasure to talk with you this morning.
Sir.
We're going to play the song here in just a second. Take care. Have a great weekend.
Awesome, man.
And wish you guys all the best. You ever get close to us here in Mankato, by all means, please stop in.
Oh, I sure hope so. I'll see you again soon.
Let's do it right here. The Loyal Order and Ready for Dead. Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you. You bet. Take care now.